Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Rib Cage Mobility. Today with Tamara Vodovos and the University of California, Davis, and the Live Well department. So we'll be working on expanding the ribs, creating space to breathe, spreading your wings to fly, whatever the analogy is for you. Opening the heart, opening space to receive more love. How about that? Heart opening, expanding, big breaths. It's an area of our body that gets very locked up, and we tend to feel it a lot back here in our mid-back. So this is a really important area to work on, both for our physical and for our emotional well-being. So we'll need some toys for today's class. A broomstick without the broom part. So unscrew the broom. You see, you unscrew it, and then you just grab the stick of the broom. Very easy. I hope everyone has a broom at home, and if you don't, you should, because you should be sweeping frequently. One of these to roll the dough. I still don't know what this is called in English. I've been asking people to please write a comment below and tell me what this is called. If you're watching this class, can you please tell me what this is called? I still don't know. And we'll need a sarong, a towel, or a small blanket, because we will roll this around this rolly thing, like this, so it's not so rough. See? So this is in case you don't have a foam roller. Even if you have a foam roller, let's try to do something like this, because this is smaller and it's going to feel different. If you have a foam roller, you can bring your foam roller. I have my fancy foam roller from Thailand. All right, that is what we will need. Also have nearby some cushions to make yourself more comfortable if needed. And open the space. We'll need some wall space too. So make sure that you have a clear wall. It doesn't have to be big, a small wall space will be enough. And we're ready to get started. So I want us to, before we stand up and really get into the physical part of our mobility class today, I want us to take a moment and connect with this area at an emotional level. So I invite you to interlace your fingers like this, and we're going to bring this to our rib cage. And go ahead and just let the hands rest on your chest, and you can close your eyes and just take a moment to feel the ribs, to feel the breath, to feel the space of the heart. And just take a moment to ask yourself what it is that you want to open up. What is this new space in the rib cage that you would like to create? And just ask yourself, if you have more space in the heart, in the lungs, what is it that you want to invite in? So just take a moment to feel that emotional connection, energetic connection to this part of our body that is so vital, our heart, our lungs. take another deep breath here. Exhale through your mouth. And softly open the eyes and release the hands. On your inhale, open your wings. Reach the fingertips far, far, far out. And on the exhale, wrap the arms around you. Reach for the edge of your shoulder blades and let your elbows come down, belly in. Inhale, open up, expand. Exhale, wrap the other arm on top. Reach for the edge of the shoulder blades and exhale in. And let's repeat twice more, alternating which arm goes on top. Interlace your fingers, and this time press the palms forward. On your inhale, reach the arms up. Press, press, press. Exhale, curl the belly in and bring the palms towards the floor or towards your knees. Inhale, open up. Exhale, press it in. Let's do it 3 more times. And release. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Take the shoulders back, shoulder blades down. Keep the neck long, head neutral. Press the knuckles down towards the floor. And take some deep breaths here, opening the chest. And release. All right. Now, open the arms out to the sides, palms facing up, thumbs pointing back. Inhale, press the thumbs back, open, open, open. Exhale, come back to neutral. Let's do this a few more times. Inhale. Keep going. And release. Roll the shoulders back. All right. Open the palms again, facing up. And with your right hand, reach over for your left ear and just gently soften here and allow the weight of this hand to gently draw your head away from the left fingertips. And slowly lower the left arm down. Release. And let's go to the other side. Very slow in these transitions. And allow the hand to come down. Release. center. And let's move the cushion to the side. And sit cross-legged. If you still need the cushion to make this comfortable, or you need to sit with your knees folded back, by all means, stay there. So in this seated position, with your inhale, bring the chest forward, pump it open. And with the exhale, round your back, bring your belly in. And keep rocking with the breath. Inhale forward, exhale back. Let's do 2 more. Come to all fours and circle your spine around, taking the spine to the side, up to the other side, down, big circles. And change direction. And let's press into downward dog. Pedal your feet. Stretch it out. Take your feet wide. Bend the knees and walk the hands back towards the feet. Let yourself hang here for a moment. Cross the arms, hold on to opposite elbows, and swing side to side. Bend one knee, then the other. And release the arms, bend the knees slowly, roll the spine up to standing. All right. Am I cutting my head off? Maybe. I'm gonna tilt myself a little bit higher. How about that? Okay. So standing, feet wide, knees slightly bent, and keep your hips facing forward. Make sure that you have enough space around you, and swing the arms softly, side to side. Try to look all the way behind you. Slow it down. And bring your attention right here to the chest. And with your fingertips, and I'm just gonna come closer so you can see this. With your fingertips, it's like you're playing an instrument, and tap all this area, the front of the ribs. And it feels good to even open your mouth and let out some sound. Big exhales like that. Try it out. Come on, don't be self-conscious. I know it's weird, but it's good for you. Good job. Open it up and release. Okay, so let's work a little bit on the energetic side of the heart space. So the invitation is to hold your hands like you're offering something really precious to a loved one. So it's like coming from your heart. Like you're offering your love, you're offering your heart to someone. So you're gonna hold it like a precious thing right here, right in front of the chest, at the heart level. And you're gonna offer it out, taking a deep breath and opening the hands out, taking the thumbs towards the back. Keep opening the chest. Bring the thumbs to meet behind your head. Bring the palms together and exhale, bow forward. Inhale, roll up, and exhale, release the arms. I'll show it one more time in profile. So here on the inhale, we offer the heart. Bring the thumbs and the palms together behind the head. Exhale, hips back, bend the knees, bow forward. Inhale, roll up. And exhale, release the arms. Let's go together. Inhale, expand the heart. Meet the thumbs, the hands behind your head. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, release. Let's do 3 more together. Last one. Let's come back to that mudra, that hand gesture, interlacing your fingers and letting them rest on your chest. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths here. Feeling into the heart space. Feeling into the root of your freedom wings. And just ask yourself once more, or remember, what is it that you want to invite in to the heart space? What do you want to create space for? Take another deep breath. And on your exhale, release. Roll the shoulders back. Shake it out. All right. So let's focus on isolating the movements of the rib cage. So still standing, a wide stance. Knees slightly bent. Let there be freedom in the legs. So don't lock the knees, don't lock the legs. Let them be receptive. Bring your hands to the rib cage area right here on the sides. And so you can feel how to move side to side. And go ahead and follow along with me, isolating and moving only the rib cage side to side. And this might be quite challenging for some of us to do, and it might not result in a big movement. If you have a mirror nearby, it helps to actually look in the mirror and notice if you are creating an actual visible difference. Try to keep the hips where they are and only move the ribs side to side. Interesting, huh? All right, you can release the hands if that's intense or tiring in the shoulders. You can release the hands. And now we're going to take the chest forward and back. So a lot of it looks like I'm just taking my shoulders back and forth. Let's try to keep the hips static. So let's bring our hands to the hips. Also kind of interesting, not so easy to do. We can be quite stuck in this area. I'm going to show it in profile. So I'm popping the chest forward and then bringing the ribs back and popping the back. All right, now we're going to bring it all together. So we're going to take the chest to the side, to the front, to the other side, and back. Side, front, side, back. And now smooth it out, circling. Not so easy. And let's go to in the other direction. Forward to the other side, back, side, forward, side, back. And smooth it out. Bring it to center. Open the arms, let the elbows be a little bit bent, palms up, and lean back. So stay strong in the legs, strong in the hips. I'll show it on profile. Lean back and go side to side with the chest, popping it forward, side to side. Not so easy. I feel it a lot in my obliques. A lot of action right here. Just lean back. And release. All right, shoulders. Check it out. And release. Circle it back. Okay, we're warmed up. Let's grab our broomstick. It's not Halloween yet, but it feels like I'm kind of ready to take off. I'm ready for Halloween to come in. All right, So with our broomstick, let's start with a wide stance and bring your broomstick to the floor right in front of you. Toes pointing forward, and we're just gonna gently lean forward, take the hips back, and I'll show this in profile. Legs wide, stick into the mud, hips back, lean forward. Come back up and open up again. So we'll do this a few times. As you come up, this feels really good for me. So here I'm arching the spine. So to come up, tuck the tail in and lift the spine. Inhale, reach it out. And exhale, tuck and roll it up. Keep your knees receptive. Let your knees bend a little bit as you do this. Keep going. Inhale, exhale, roll it up. Let's do two more. Great. And come forward, hold the stick, one hand on the high part of the stick, and then allow the other arm to softly descend only as far as you can go and open up to a twist here. Deep breaths. Just make sure that your stick is on a surface that's not going to slide. So if you are on hard floor, make sure that you have a sticky mat underneath you so that the stick doesn't change position. If you're on carpet, no problem. And inhale, come up, and let's change to the other side. Shake out the legs for a moment, shake out the arms, give yourself a moment to release any tension. All right, and let's bring the stick behind our shoulders, hands resting right on top. Let's keep the legs wide. And we're gonna go side to side. Deep breath in the center. And exhale, lean to one side. Inhale, come up. Exhale, to the other side. Let's keep going a few times, side to side. Bring it back to center. Now we'll come into triangle pose with our stick. So let's go first to the left. Turn your left toes out to the left and bring the stick in front of your foot. So depending on your mobility, your range of mobility, you'll come closer or further away from the stick, and also it'll depend how far down you go. So just take it slow. We're gonna hold with the right arm the top of the stick, and with the left slide down to the bottom of the stick. Now the stick can go behind your head or it can be up here. I'm gonna leave that up to you to explore and play with right here. So one thing that feels good for me is to take the stick behind my head and open up the chest. And I don't even have to extend this arm because my broomstick isn't long enough, but bending the elbow and opening the ribs up towards the ceiling feels really good. So play with this range. The stick can also be way here in front. And then I'm rotating my hand, this lower hand, if you notice. I'm rotating the hand to a place where it is comfortable. All right, now let's come out. And we'll go to the other side. So now left toes face forward, right toes turn out. Broomstick in front of the right foot, left hand to the top, and right hand slides down. So you can be up here and play here with moving the stick behind the head and in front. Opening the chest, taking that top shoulder and elbow back. Or you can be a little bit lower. Up to you. You might also notice the differences between both sides. So I can tell that this side for me is a little bit more sticky. Sticky with the stick. And it feels really good to lean back and open up and breathe into the place that feels tight, that feels sticky. And I feel it a lot right here on my left rib side. So you're welcome to pause and breathe a little bit longer in the places that are closed up and that feel like you need to open, or that it feels good to open and expand. And slowly come up and shake it out. Shake out your legs. Shake out the body. Dance with your broomstick. All right. Let's see. And let's leave the broomstick to the side. And let's come to the wall. Actually, I'm just going to leave those cushions there. It's all right. So something that I really love to do with the wall, we do it a lot with shoulder mobility, but it feels really good because there's a direct connection to the pericardium, the membrane around the heart, and all these nerves that go, nerve endings to the tips of our fingers. And we feel it a lot when we do this stretch. So we're going to stand next to the wall, and I'm going to bring my fingers to point back behind me. And keep the hand about shoulder height, but if you have any issues in your shoulder where you feel a pinching sensation, if you have bursitis, or any issues with your ligaments and tendons in the shoulders, you can keep your hand lower. So keeping it lower is less intense. Otherwise, if your shoulder's okay, keep your hand at shoulder height. And now, the other hand comes to the chest, and we're going to open up. So I'm helping my chest to open up here. Use your fingers to pull the tissue, pull the fascia, open it up. And take deep breaths into the heart space. Release. Keep your hand on the wall where it is, and now we're going to take the other arm, the free arm, up and overhead towards the other wrist. Hold the wrist or bring the hand to the wall next to the other hand and open up the side. And I'm going to show it right here. And press into the wall. Lift and open the side of the ribs. Deep breaths. And release. Let's go to the other side. So now right hand to the wall. And open the chest. Pull with the opposite hand, pull the chest open. Expand, create space. Take deep breaths here. Coming back to the side, taking the left arm up and over to reach the right hand. I'll show it here. Push into the wall. And release. That feels really good for me because of that pushing in that side bend is not a usual movement or a usual action that we do in our day-to-day. So it's really good. It feels really good as a balancing action. So those are easy ones you can do at home or at the office at any moment. You can do these hands into the wall, pressing and opening, and then side bending. So you can remember to create space. Whenever you're feeling tight in your chest, tight in your heart, your wings are closed, your freedom is closed in, and you need to open it up, these exercises are really good for that at an energetic and emotional level. All right. Let's move on to the floor. So for that, we're going to use our dough roller, or whatever this is called. What is this called? Can someone tell me, please? Write it in the notes. Please tell me what this thing is called in English, because I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to roll it up on this piece of cloth. You can use a towel, you can use a small blanket, and create yourself a little tool, a little rolling tool. And we're going to come to the floor. You can also use any additional cushions or blankets to make this very, very comfortable for yourself. We're going to bring it to our back, and we're going to start first right below the shoulder blades, right here. So you will see the rolly thing poke out right underneath your armpits. Come in slow, especially if this is new to you. come in slow and with control so that you can come out easily if you need to adjust. So I'm laying down, laying back, I'm on my elbows to help myself ease in. And then slowly open the arms out to the sides and rest here. Now, if you feel any pinching in your neck, any discomfort at all in the neck, please bring an extra cushion to support your head. And that actually allows me to relax and release even a little bit more. Let the arms rest out to the sides, bend the elbows, keep the knees bent, take the feet wide, and the knees towards the center. And we're going to breathe here, we're going to rest here for about a minute. So you can close your eyes, and with your big breaths, open up the space of the heart. Allow yourself to open and receive into the heart space. If this is too intense for you, you can also just use a rolled up blanket or a towel. It doesn't have to have the sharpness of the wooden roll here. Now if it's still comfortable for you, if you can still allow that, slowly move your knees side to side. And let's rest, taking the knees to one side and rest here. Big breaths, focusing on the exhale, allowing everything to soften and let go on the exhales. Now shift your knees to the other side. Back to center. Come off of your prop. Remove the pillow from your head and gently hug the knees into your chest. Squeeze the knees in a little bit deeper. deeper and bring your forehead towards the knees. Hold here for a few breaths. And release. Okay. So the next movement I want to share with you is we're going to start simply by rocking on our spine, back and forth here. And the invitation is to focus more on the back roll and try to reach the floor with your toes overhead. And if this is still okay, and you're reaching the floor with the toes, pause here and take a few breaths here. And it's okay to bend the knees and allow the arms to go out to the sides or towards the back. Maybe even allow the knees to bend a little bit deeper, bringing the knees towards your shoulders. Keep the throat open, head neutral, facing up. And slowly roll back to your spine. Hug the knees in. Take the knees wide, rock a little bit side to side. And let's do one more relaxing pose with the roll. Now remember, if the roll is too intense on your spine, either cover it with more padding or just use a blanket. So I'm going to show you how I would use it, how I would use the blanket. Like for example, this blanket, and then I roll it up nice and tight. So it doesn't have the sharp wooden roll. So choose your adventure. You can do this or this, whatever also your level of tolerance is. Another option is having that roll there and just adding extra padding. So I'm just going to add the blanket on top of that. This also feels really good. So now we're going to keep the roll on the spine. So just make sure that you're comfortable, that there's no additional elements that are uncomfortable. I'm bringing my hips pretty close and slowly ease your way back. And make sure that your head is supported. And rest here. Let the arms drop out to the sides. Take the feet wide, knees in towards the midline. Big breaths, opening the space of the heart. one more big breath here. Exhale through the mouth. And let's come off. Move your prop to a side. And let's finish with some spinal twisting. Lay back. Open the arms. Bring both knees together to the right. And open the left side of the ribs, left shoulder, left arm out to the left. Keep holding on to this top knee with your right hand. And look over to the left. Deep breath, exhale, change sides. Open it up. Exhale, come back to center, and maybe a few circles with your knees, whatever you need to do. And then come into your final relaxing pose, extending the arms and the legs out. Just let yourself rest here. If it feels good, interlace your fingers and bring them back to the chest. And come back to your meditation on the heart space and also the root of your freedom wings. Right here in the middle of the chest. And just think about, imagine, if you had more space in the heart, if you could really create more space in the heart, what is it that you would like to invite in? You can stay here resting and feeling into this space and enjoy this space we've created, and perhaps thinking about what it is that you are going to invite in to reside right here in the heart. I hope you had a good practice and that this really helped you to tap into something deep and juicy for you. Hope your week went well and wishing you a wonderful weekend ahead. So hopefully this new heart space is just super juicy for this weekend. There's something wonderful awaiting for you. Whatever it is, enjoy, have fun, and I'll see you soon. Ciao, ciao.